it again, dear listener. By all means, enter the haunted house on Hollow Hill. Episode 3.
Did you hear that? Where did that come from? This ridiculous hotel with its stupid corridors, it's impossible to...
There. It came from that direction.
Yes, good. All right, let's go in this direction.
But someone might need our help.
Clive, your job is not to help someone. Your job as my assistant is to help me. Do you understand that? Do you understand your responsibilities?
I mean, yes, but...
Then we run away from the screaming, Clive. We run this way. Hurry! Oh, how does anyone find their way through this ridiculous hotel? Follow me. Every corridor has its own music. What's the point of that?
I like it. It's kind of...
I don't care.
You fool.
You led us straight to the ghost.
You were in front.
Shut up!
Help us! Asher's hurt. He's unconscious. Do something.
We can't do anything.
You're a proper psychic, aren't you? Give her a psychic blast or something.
That's not how my power works.
Well, what use are you?
Why is the ghost looking at me like that?
Do something!
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Oh, for God's sake.
Clive? Did you do that? You're magic too?
I'm a sensitive, yes. I'm not very powerful and I'm not very good at it, but I'm a damn sight better than this gibbering idiot.
You do not speak to me that way!
That command would be a lot more impressive if you weren't curled up on the floor.
What happened? Amelia, she attacked Asher. Is he okay?
He's alive. We'll need to move him. Give him space.
Oh my god. How are you doing that? Are you doing that? He's flying.
He's floating.
I'll see if Aylesworth has a first aid kit.
Do you think Skulduggery can make himself float? Can he fly? Oh my god. That would be amazing.
I flew once.
No, you didn't.
Over the Grand Canyon.
You were on a wire.
Would you please stop criticizing me? I am in shock. I have just been attacked.
Asher has just been attacked. You fell over when a ghost shouted at you.
What has got into you, Clive? You don't talk to me like this. Are you possessed? Is that it? Is something possessing you right now? Because as per your contract, that is a fireable offence.
I am sick of you. I am sick of the great and mysterious Romeo Gideon. Sick of the Dark King Magician, a title you dreamed up for yourself, by the way. I am sick of your pompous ineptitude. You are a dreadful sorcerer and a worse human being.
You're not thinking clearly. You're saying things you'll regret later.
The only thing I regret is not quitting years ago. You're a buffoon, a clod, an oaf, a clown.
I am none of those things! Wait, you're quitting? Why?
Because you are a terrible, terrible person. Terrible.
That's really...
Terrible.
I don't understand any of this. Clive, how long have you been a sorcerer?
This is something I've always been, but like I said, I'm not very good at it. I'm a failed sensitive who made the mistake of thinking, hey, hanging around with another failed sensitive might be a good way to earn a living.
Who's the other failed sensitive?
At least until I figure out what I want to do with my life. And boy, oh boy, was that the wrong decision.
Wait, were you talking about me?
Your power drove off Amelia. You can't be that much of a failure.
Amelia is lost and confused and frightened. I could sense that the moment I stepped into this place.
Me too. I sensed that too.
How long have you known Romeo? Did you work alongside him at the sanctuary?
I never worked in the sanctuary.
I am not a failed sensitive.
No? Then tell me what you are sensing right now.
Right now?
Right now.
I'm sensing a lot of things right now, Clive. I'm sensing hostility and unreasonableness and slowly mounting regret over the things that may or may not have been said in the heat of the moment.
You're not sensing that from me.
I'm sensing a stupid-looking, ungrateful, mean, former assistant is what I'm sensing.
And what about Amelia, Romeo?
Emilia is confused and frightened and also lost,
That's exactly how Clive described her?
but not in that order.
There's something else. Do you sense that?
Yes, obviously.
What is it?
What is it? I'll tell you what it is. It's a presence. A great feeling of melancholy.
It's not melancholy.
I didn't mean melancholy.
There's evil here.
I meant evil.
It's like there's a mask that's been lifted, if only for a moment. The killer. It's the killer.
Yes, I'm sensing the killer, too. The man who killed Mr. Vogel.
Is that what you're sensing, Clive?
It's like all that evil is being kept in a room, and the door opened just for a second.
It's a metaphorical room.
We got that.
It's a room in the killer's mind.
We got that, Romeo. Shut up.
I am disinclined to be interviewed for your magazine.
Oh my god, shut up. There is no magazine. There never was an interview. Shut your mouth. Shut it. Shut.
There was never an interview. Then I've been lured here under false pretenses.
You should all go back. Go back to the others, to Skulduggery and Valkyrie.
Did you know them before this?
Never met them before tonight, but they've saved the world a few times, so you'll be safe. Well, judging by their reputation, you'll either be safe or you'll die. One or the other.
Where are you going?
I think I can help Amelia. All she needs is for someone to guide her out of the hotel. When we arrived, I sensed someone outside. A spirit. Someone waiting. I think it's her fiancé.
Jonathan.
I want to guide her out. She has a chance of being happy, I think.
Is it safe? You heading off on your own with a killer on the loose?
I know where Amelia is. I may not be able to re-establish that link, but I have to try.
Clive? Where do I keep the key to my flat?
It's behind the front desk. Just ask and they'll hand it over.
Are you sure you want to quit? If you come back to work for me, I can't promise that things will get better.
Is that meant to be an incentive?
We're a team, Clive. You and me. The Dark King Magician and his assistant. You're the best assistant I ever had, and I've had 3. I can't remember the first one, and the second one smelled of tea, but you were always fine.
And you were always the worst boss ever.
We had some good times, though, didn't we? Remember that night in LA, when we went out partying, with that girl you had a crush on, and all her friends?
You left me back at the hotel.
It was a private party, you wouldn't have been allowed in. But we had good times. You've always been like a brother to me.
Do you have a brother?
No. But I assume they fetch you dry cleaning and stuff like that?
I hate you.
I don't know how much of that you heard.
All of it. Everything.
We decided to take some time apart. It was a mutual decision. Neither party is to blame. Would either of you be interested in becoming my assistant? What's your name?
Kate Crisco.
You remind me of my first assistant. Or you would if I could remember her. And your name is?
I already... You know what? Forget it. You're exhausting.
Thank you.
Come on.
Okay, folks, here's the situation. Skulduggery is searching Mr. Vogel's room to get an idea of why he was killed. Asher is... Wait, where's Aylesworth? Has anyone seen Oscar Aylesworth? Okay, we'll have to search for him. It's not safe for anyone to,
Is she gone?
Emilia's ghost is gone, Mr. Aylesworth. You can come back in now.
Still raining then?
I'm dreadfully sorry. A hotel manager should never be seen in his shirt sleeves, but if you will allow me to fetch my spare jacket and some dry shoes, I shall be with you momentarily.
By all means.
Thank you for your indulgence. As the owner and manager of the Hollow Hotel, I feel it important to be fully dressed at all times.
Being fully dressed is very important. This is true. Some of you, like Mr. Aylesworth, have missed certain recent developments, such as Amelia attacking Asher and Clive chasing her off.
Is Mr. DeVoe all right?
He's unconscious, so we've put him in a room down that corridor there, the room opposite the grandfather clock.
Room 3.
Room 3, there you go. We're all going to take turns watching over him. Kate, you're first.
Are you maybe going to come with me and we can watch over him?
No.
Oh, nuts. What do the rest of us do?
You're going to stay here in the reception area or in the foyer while Skulduggery and I solve Vogel's murder and, bring his killer to justice or whatever.
Can we put on the TV?
The TV isn't working.
Why isn't the TV working?
It's the weather. Up here on Hollow Hill, we're exposed to the elements. We do have the music to listen to, however.
Can you turn the music off?
No. I'm afraid the music is, constant. It's how the hotel was built.
You can't turn it off. Ever.
If you cut the power, the music stops. To be honest, I don't know exactly how it works, or how to turn it off, or increase or decrease the volume, or change the, I haven't figured any of that out yet.
Okay then. I've already been around you people more than I like to be around people, so I'm going to go for a quick wander. Nobody misbehave while I'm gone, and nobody better kill anybody else.
Excuse me, Valkyrie?
Lucy,
Do you mind if I walk with you?
I'm trying to get away from people.
But one of them is a murderer, you see, and I'd rather not hang out with them, so...
You're not going to try to kill me, are you?
You are far too scary to try to kill.
Then yes, you may accompany me. You know what those things on the shelves are?
Yes. Lava lamps.
Lava lamps. So this grand old hotel with all those stairs and wood and grandfather clocks and paintings on the walls and ghosts and spookiness built to contain the spirit of a tormented young woman has a collection of lava lamps. Is that it? That makes sense to you?
So they're not lava lamps? Are they snow globes? My guess was snow globes.
They're soul catchers. Those things swirling around in there. Souls.
Like actual souls. From people. Actual souls from people.
Yep.
You're saying all of these glass bowling balls sitting on all of these shelves are full of dead people's souls.
That's what I'm saying.
But why?
What do you know of the history of this hotel?
I know about Edward Burgess and Amelia and...
Skulduggery told me the history, so now I'm going to tell you the history. Are you okay with that?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Some people aren't. Some people don't want to learn new things. I don't want to learn new things. I know enough things. Why would I want to learn about this stupid hotel? Anyway, I learned it. It started as an ordinary country house built by some guy called Joyce in 1850-something, then sold to Edward Burgess in 1860-something. 10 years later, Amelia Pierce died and Burgess hired an architect called Bewilder Mowbray to build around it.
That's an unusual name.
He was a sorcerer, apparently well known for designing and constructing extraordinary buildings.
So it was Mowbray who came up with all these corridors that turn back on themselves. What a genius.
I know, right? So, Burgess sits in a room only he can find, a room that appears once every 8 years for the rest of us, and he sits there trying to communicate with Amelia using the staff of Arcanamok.
The staff of what?
A rare magical doodah that lets you chat to the dead. But Amelia never answered because, why would she? Then Burgess died.
And what happened then?
Then the serial killer turns up. Come on. Oscar Aylesworth, you bought this hotel a year ago, did you? And the place was pretty much as we see it now.
Indeed it was.
And the staff?
Sorry, Mr. Pleasant. I didn't hear you sneak up on me.
I don't sneak, Mr. Aylesworth. I walk quietly. Did any of the staff work for the previous owners? Elaine? Terry?
We've both been working here maybe 6, 7 months.
What did you do before this?
I was a plumber.
I wasn't doing much of anything.
None of the other staff had worked in the hotel before I hired them. No, we all started afresh.
The previous owner died under unfortunate circumstances, did he not?
Ah, yes, a Mr. Everett Huxley. He died in a brawl, from what I understand, with a local, what's the word for it, ruffian.
Thug.
You knew the young man who killed him?
I did. Ian Gannis. Miserable piece of work. Rotten to the core he was. Scrawny, small, funny looking. A real lowlife. Used to bully Constable Dudley when they were kids, didn't he, Elaine?
I wouldn't know about that, but
But everyone knew what he was like, didn't they?
they did, yeah.
Gannis died in the brawl too, didn't he? They both went over a railing or something.
Railing snapped and they fell, yeah.
And that's when you bought the hotel, Mr. Aylesworth.
It was, yes.
You were the only one who was interested?
As far as I know. There may have been some other interested parties, but I don't think they ever made an offer.
Are there many hotels in the area?
Nearest one is in Chumley. There was another one not too far away, but that burned down.
Which meant the asking price for this place went right up. It was completely worth it, don't get me wrong, but it was an extra unexpected expense.
Did the soul catchers come with the hotel, or did you add them yourself?
So what? Catchers? I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
Those globes in the foyer.
Ah, they came with the hotel, indeed they did. I don't know if they were Huxley's or if he inherited them too. I had to bring very little, if I'm being honest, and it's just as well. There are a lot of rooms, and I would have struggled to fill them with my own trinkets. What did you say they were? Soul catchers? What is that exactly?
They catch souls. There are actual souls in there.
You mean from dead people?
I was telling Lucy here a little about the hotel. I told her about Bewilder Mowbray.
Ah, yes, an astonishing architect designing an astonishing building. I have a map of the corridors, and even I get lost.
We got to the part where Burgess died, waiting in his little hidden room with the staff of Arcanamok that let him communicate with ghosts.
So the story goes, yes. Well, after that, the building went through various owners until it became a hotel in 1909.
And 20 years later, it was bought by a sorcerer named Nebular Grody.
I'm sorry?
Nebular Grody. You know about him, don't you? Over the course of the next year, he murdered 18 people in the cellar.
I thought the man who killed all those people was called Victor McHenry.
His mortal alias. Grody murdered 18 innocent people and trapped their spirits in the soul catchers you have displayed in the foyer.
Oh my. Oh my God. I had no idea.
A serial killer worked here.
A serial killer owned the hotel.
And you didn't tell us that when we applied for our jobs.
It was 100 years ago.
Still.
I wanted the place to be spooky and ghostly, not serial killery.
Grody was caught by mortal police. He disappeared from custody a few days later, and that's when the sorcerers got him. They threw him in a prison he wouldn't be able to escape from.
When did he die?
Oh, he's not dead.
But what? It was 100 years ago.
Mages can live for a very long time.
He's alive. He's alive. What if he's escaped? What if he's here right now? What if he's the one who killed the German man?
It is highly unlikely that Nebular Grody has managed to escape from... Hold on, I'll make a call.
How come his phone works and ours don't? That's unfair, that is.
How old are you, Valkyrie?
How old do I look?
Like 20?
Add 10 years and change to that.
And how long will you stay looking like this?
There's no way to tell, but a long time, I'd say. 100 or 200 years before any noticeable change, maybe.
200 years. No wrinkles, no crow's feet, no grey hair. No suddenly putting on weight in areas you never had to worry about before.
It's pretty cool.
Are there any downsides to it at all?
Don't know. Maybe all the people trying to kill me?
Okay, I just spoke to the warden of Iron Point Jail. I don't wish to alarm anyone, but Nebular Grody escaped 3 years ago.
Oh my God. We're going to die.
You're probably not going to die. On a completely unrelated note, I'm now going to check on Kate, who I'm sure is perfectly fine. Kate?
Oh, thank God.
What are you doing under the bed?
Hiding? There's a murderer on the loose, you know?
A murderer who may very well be an escaped serial killer.
And you left me here alone?
You're not alone. The unconscious form of Asher DeVoe is keeping you company.
Unconscious being the operative. How is he?
Pulse is strong and steady. From what I can see, he should be awake. But he's not.
We really ought to get him to a hospital.
If his affliction is supernatural in nature, he may need more than a hospital. Come, I'll escort you back to the others, and Elaine can take your place here.
Maybe don't tell Lucy I was hiding under the bed. I've got a reputation to protect. She kind of idolizes me.
Your secret is safe.
So, Valkyrie's girlfriend is a long-term thing, or...?
Long term.
But is it serious, or is it more like a kind of...
It's serious.
For both of them, or is Valkyrie more hesitant about...
For both of them.
I can't help but notice that the hotel reception is that way, and we're headed this way.
The air is moving quickly this way.
And that means...
A door or window is open.
And we don't want the heat to escape, or...
Or a serial killer has broken into the hotel.
And we're investigating? Oh, good. Oh, my God.
Sorry, did I startle you?
Were you just standing outside the toilet, hoping to scare me?
Yes, I get bored easily, so... Anyway, Elaine, good news!
We can go home?
No, but it is your turn to watch over Asher's unconscious body.
I am not going into that room.
Elaine, we agreed.
You want me to stay in a room with an unconscious guy while there's a serial killer loose in this hotel?
I'll go with you, Elaine. I don't really want to be alone with anyone else.
Thank you, Terry.
Man, she'd better hope he's not the killer.
Do you think he might be?
Everyone's a suspect.
So, what about Aylesworth, the mysterious new hotel owner? Killer or not killer?
What makes him mysterious?
Well, for one, he's not from around here. For two, we don't know that he's not the killer. Isn't that enough to be mysterious and make him a suspect? I mean, look at him over there, sitting behind the reception desk, drying his shoes, being all suspicious. Or Gideon! Now he looks like a murderer, dresses all in black. Oh, sorry.
Like I said, everyone's a suspect, Lucy. Everyone.
Why did you say it like that? Am I a suspect? I am, aren't I? Oh my God. I've never been a suspect before. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Thrilled? Flattered? Offended?
There are many conflicting feelings one feels when one is suspected of murder.
Have you ever been suspected of murder?
Yes.
Did you do it?
We're not talking about me, Lucy. We're talking about you.
Are we? Since when?
You're here to interview Romeo Gideon, are you?
Well, yes.
How long have you been a journalist?
It's more of a hobby.
So what do you do when you're not journalisting, Lucy?
I'm a music teacher.
How long have you known Kate?
A few years. She was a teaching assistant in the school where I work. Now she's a librarian.
And are you two...
No, I don't have anyone. I used to. I used to be married, but she...
Died?
Yeah.
Violently?
Why would you ask that?
I know the look.
Yes. Violently.
Is why you're here, isn't it? What was your wife's name?
Guinevere.
Who killed her?
There's probably something I have to tell you. Look at all these paintings. Does every fancy house in England have a corridor like this? I bet they do. Do you think he's watching us? If this nebulous toady...
Nebular Grody.
...guy owned the hotel, maybe he installed, secret passageways and two-way mirrors. Wait, is it a two-way mirror or a one-way mirror?
It's both.
No, the kind of thing that's a mirror on one side and the other side you can see through.
It's called both a two-way mirror and a one-way mirror.
That's stupid. They should just pick one. Do you think he cut the eyes out of the paintings and he's using them to spy on us? What about that one there?
That's a landscape.
But look, there's a goat in the distance.
True, but it's too far away for him to see anything. Aha.
You were right. Did someone break in? Do we have an intruder?
The door wasn't forced, simply unlocked. But there do seem to be the remnants of wet footprints.
You're going to want to follow them, aren't you?
Indeed.
Is this like a normal night for you? Solve a murder, look for missing people, deal with intruders. Is this normal?
None of these things is exactly uncommon in my line of work.
That's actually reassuring. I feel safe with you.
Do you not feel safe with Valkyrie?
I feel all kinds of things with Valkyrie. But I've met hot, buff girls before. You're a skeleton.
I'm really not that interesting. That's a lie. I'm incredibly interesting. I'm a walking phenomenon, an impossible person, a genius, and a warrior driven by a darkness few can comprehend. My past has been a whirlwind of conflict, strife, and grand destiny, and my future promises intrigue and drama on a scale hitherto undreamed of. I am the most fascinating, magnetic, truly dangerous person you will ever meet, and your life has been forever changed by meeting me. When we part, assuming you survive the encounter, every day without me will seem dull and drab, safe and sanitized. I am everything, Kate. I am the high point of your life. It's all downhill from here.
Wow.
Yes, Kate. Exactly. Wow.
The footprints have dried up. Can you see them anymore?
I'm afraid not.
Which way do we go?
Let's try down here.
What's wrong?
We've been here before.
Are you sure? A lot of these corridors look the same.
We were in this exact corridor 4 minutes ago. That's Rachmaninoff playing, and if I'm right, that should be room number 34.
How did you... Do you memorize the room numbers of every corridor you walk through?
I don't memorize them. I just notice them.
Clive said that you and Valkyrie have saved the world. Is that true?
We've done more than save the world. We've saved the universe. We've saved everything.
How can you have saved everything?
Everything was in danger. Everything was about to be lost forever. We ensured that didn't happen.
But that's... How can you even wrap your head around that?
I can wrap my head around a lot. Why did you want to interview Gideon?
He's the top magician in the business. Bringing him to the most haunted house in Britain just seemed like a good idea.
That's not why you wanted to interview him.
No?
There's something special about Romeo Gideon, isn't there?
Skulduggery, seriously, I don't know what you're... Oh my god!
Ah!
Oh my god, Clive! Oh my god, is he alive? Can you do CPR?
He's beyond CPR, I'm afraid.
I have a first aid kit in my bag. We can... Oh, for God's sake! Where is it? Where's the stupid... Here, how do I open this damn... Okay, will anything in here help?
Sadly, a plaster will not suffice.
I also have an antiseptic wipe and a small, blunt pair of scissors. Oh god, maybe if we move him onto his side so he doesn't swallow his tongue...
I don't think a swallowed tongue is what killed him. But I do think the rather large knife sticking out of his chest may have contributed.
Oh god. We're all going to die, aren't we?
Well, you might.
Please do join us next time when a serial killer is revealed.